Hello, I'm Marcus Brix with the CattleFax Closing Bell. Today's Closing Bell is sponsored by Elanco Animal Health. On Monday of last week, Donald J. Trump was sworn into office as the 47th President of the United States. Trump's actions since returning to the White House began with the sweeping set of nearly 50 executive orders, with still more orders expected to be signed in coming weeks. These new presidential decrees cover many of Trump's domestic goals, from federal DEI rollbacks, environmental deregulations, and establishing quotas for deportations. Executive orders also covered more globally focused actions like removing the U.S. from both the World Health Organization and the Paris Climate Accord. On trade policy, Trump administration has threatened 25% tariffs on all imported goods from Canada and Mexico, our largest U.S. trade partners. Trade organizations and news outlets have reported rumors of exceptions to the new tariff policy for industry segments like food and live animal imports or for oil and gas imports. But until the new policy goes into effect February 1st, the situation remains uncertain. So far, financial markets have reacted with continued optimism to the policy changes. The S&P 500 stock index recorded a new all-time high last Friday. This week's close will finish roughly 30 points below that mark. Value is being generated in not just stock markets, but across alternate forms of investment as well. Spot gold futures raced higher on Thursday and capped off a new all-time high this Friday at $2,838 per ounce. Metals like gold are historically considered to be a store of value and a hedge against overall market uncertainty. Bitcoin prices established all-time highs on Inauguration Day, and though price today is roughly $4,000 off the high, the past monthly return for Bitcoin is up 13%. The U.S. dollar index, conversely, is down 1.5% following the inauguration after the first round of Trump executive orders failed to change any policy related to tariffs. A higher tariff rate is expected to boost the dollar index as the U.S. dollar is forced to strengthen against its basket of foreign currencies. Again, new tariff policy is expected to go into effect on February 1st, so next week should establish a stronger trade for the dollar. Turning to the cattle market, not to be outdone by the financials, cattle futures have also pushed beyond previous highs to new record levels. February live cattle set a new price record this Tuesday after breaking the $200 per hundredweight level for the first time in market history last Wednesday. The U.S. is currently a net beef importer, so a higher tariff rate would immediately raise U.S. retail beef prices, likely between 2 and 4% on day one. A higher price at retail, with cattle supply unchanged, would pass higher prices through to the cattle feeder, which justifies spot-fed cattle values getting priced between $208 and $210 range before any of the retaliatory trade effects can get applied to the equation. Markets can be reactionary, especially when open interest is overloaded with commodity fund money like in cattle today. Make sure to stay tuned for more updates as CattleFax tracks major policy changes and details how these differences might create a change in your operation's bottom line. Thanks for watching. Remember to visit CattleFax.com to become a member, see the latest market news and analysis.